Thomas Jefferson, born on April 13, 1743, in Shadwell, Virginia, stands as one of the most influential figures in American history. Known as the principal author of the Declaration of Independence and a champion of individual liberties, Jefferson's legacy reflects his deep commitment to the ideals of democracy and enlightenment. As the third President of the United States, his leadership shaped the nation during its formative years, leaving an indelible mark on its political and cultural landscape. Jefferson was the third of 10 children in a well-off family. His father, Peter Jefferson, was a successful planter and surveyor, while his mother, Jane Randolph Jefferson, came from a prominent Virginia family. Jefferson's early education included classical studies in Latin, Greek, and French, preparing him for a life steeped in intellectual pursuits. At the age of 16, Jefferson enrolled at the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. He excelled in philosophy, law, and the natural sciences, studying under influential professors such as Dr. William Small. Jefferson later pursued a legal career, becoming a lawyer in 1767. His education and intellectual curiosity would shape his progressive ideas on governance and society. Jefferson's political ideology was rooted in the principles of the Enlightenment. He was a strong advocate for republicanism, individual liberty, and a limited federal government. His belief in the separation of church and state and the rights of individuals to self-determination were central to his vision of America. His political career began with his election to the Virginia House of Burgesses in 1769. He gained prominence during the American Revolution as the principal author of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Jefferson's eloquent prose declared the colony's right to freedom from British rule and articulated the universal principle that all men are created equal. Thomas Jefferson served as the third President of the United States from 1801 to 1809, following his tenure as Vice President under John Adams. His presidency was marked by significant achievements and challenges. One of Jefferson's most notable accomplishments was the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. This acquisition from France doubled the size of the United States, adding vast territories west of the Mississippi River. It was a bold move that demonstrated Jefferson's pragmatic approach to governance, even though it conflicted with his strict interpretation of the Constitution. Jefferson commissioned the Lewis and Clark expedition from 1804 to 1806 to explore the newly acquired Western territories. The expedition mapped the land, established relations with Native American tribes, and collected valuable information about the region's geography, flora, and fauna. It was a significant step in fulfilling Jefferson's vision of westward expansion. Jefferson's foreign policy faced challenges, particularly with Britain and France, which were engaged in the Napoleonic Wars. The Embargo Act of 1807, a response to British and French interference with American shipping, aimed to avoid war but instead crippled the American economy. While the act was eventually repealed, it tarnished Jefferson's presidency in its later years. Jefferson's presidency emphasized limited federal government, as he worked to reduce national debt and cut taxes, reflecting his belief in a minimalist government. He supported agriculture, viewing farmers as the backbone of the American economy and society, advocating for agrarianism over industrialization. A proponent of religious liberty, Jefferson famously authored the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom in 1786, a precursor to the First Amendment. Thomas Jefferson married Martha Wales Skelton in 1772, and the couple had 6 children, though only 2 daughters, Martha and Mary, survived to adulthood. Jefferson was deeply devoted to his family, but his personal life was marked by tragedy. Martha died in 1782, leaving Jefferson heartbroken. Jefferson also faced controversy regarding his relationship with Sally Hemings, an enslaved woman at Monticello. Historians widely agree that Jefferson fathered several of Hemings' children, a topic that remains a point of discussion in his legacy. After retiring from the presidency in 1809, Jefferson focused on education and intellectual pursuits. He founded the University of Virginia in 1819, envisioning it as a secular institution dedicated to the Enlightenment ideals of free inquiry and learning. Jefferson died on July 4, 1826, the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, just hours before his fellow founding father and former rival John Adams. His death marked the end of an era but cemented his place as a towering figure in American history. Thomas Jefferson's contributions extend beyond his presidency. His ideas on liberty, democracy, and education continue to resonate. His contradictions, advocating for freedom while owning slaves, reflect the complexities of his time and underscore the evolving understanding of his legacy. As a statesman, philosopher, and visionary, Jefferson remains a symbol of America's founding ideals, embodying the challenges and aspirations of a nation striving to fulfill its promise of liberty and justice for all. This biography encapsulates Jefferson's life, achievements, and enduring influence on the United States and the world.